I'll show you how a bucket and a hose nozzle will keep your black tank clean. A lot of people subscribe to the idea of keeping your tongue jack away from the rain. There's covers you can buy for them. I use a 5-gallon bucket. The reason I do that is it's pretty simple. It keeps the bottom here open, so there's air flowing through there. You don't have any condensation built up like you can get in those covers that completely surround your tongue jack. Just use your chains to hold it down when you're not traveling. And that'll also keep your chains off the ground too. I think most people carry a bucket with them for many reasons, and I'll show you another use for this bucket. But before we get to that, the number one tip to help keep your black tank clean: always, always, always keep water in your black tank. The only time you shouldn't have water in your black tank is if you winterize your trailer. Even when you're driving, you want to keep water in there. I usually keep about 5 gallons. I fill that bucket up, put it in there after I dump every single time. The reason is pretty simple. Common sense. It slushes things around in there. After a camping trip, I'll even throw the remainder of my ice cubes in there to kind of move things around. That way nothing is really sticking to your tank. Another great tip to help keep your black tank clean is before you actually dump your black tank, you should fill it most of the way up. About 66 to 75% full, depending on how your gauge reads. This does two things. Number one, it keeps what's in your black tank diluted, and the second thing it does is helps push everything out of that tank. The fuller it is, the better of a flush you will get. So don't be stingy when you flush the toilet. Get a lot of water in there, keep it diluted, fill it up most of the way before you dump it. So my next tip is this: after you dump your black tank, leave your black tank valve open, take that 5-gallon bucket that I showed you at the beginning of the video, fill it up at your water station, and dump it back down into the toilet. You're going to be very surprised how much more stuff comes out of your tank after the water empties out by just pouring a couple buckets of water down into your tank. This is also a good time to turn on your black tank flush port if you have one and let it run for a little while. Another great tip to keep your black tank clean, especially if you haven't been keeping 5 gallons of water in it all the time, is to take a hose with a jet setting nozzle on it and shoot that right down through your toilet. Everything that goes down into your toilet hits the floor of your black tank right where that hole is. So if there's anything kind of stuck on there, you can usually get it to come off with the nozzle. Another tip to keep your black tank clean is to fill it about 3/4 of the way whenever you have time, when you can, and let it soak. Just another common sense tip: fill it up to the point where it's getting close to being full with clean water. Let it soak. A good time to do this is overnight. So if you are at a campsite with a full hookup, you're going to bed for the night, fill it up with water, let it sit overnight, and dump it again in the morning. So in conclusion, you'll notice that I haven't mentioned chemicals at one point in this video. Chemicals are fine if you want to use them. I do use Aquachem, but the reality of it is, to keep your black tank clean, if you noticed a trend with all of these tips, is to, number one, basically properly dilute what's in your tank as much as possible by keeping water in there all the time. And the next couple steps talk about flushing and rinsing, flushing and rinsing. So that's the important part. If you want to use chemicals, great. If not, that's fine as well too, as long as you're maintaining and following these steps. I've never had any problems with odors in my RV or my black tank, and I don't think you will either. One more thing to add: I've also had some people ask about the nozzles that you hook up to a hose. You stick them down into your toilet and they jet water out. Some of them will spin around. I've never used one. I'm sure they work fine, but again, if you just follow the steps in this video, you should really have no problems with keeping a clean black tank. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I'll see you next time.